Hi, welcome to Brady's Blunders, where I show you the mistakes in my games, hoping you don't make the same ones in yours. And today's video is a continuation of my first game at the US Go Congress this year. And I started this series with episode 69, if you want to go back and check it out. And I'm going to continue this game exactly where we left off the last one. And that is my opponent played here, moving his weak group out. So if you were black, where would you play now? At the end of the last video, I didn't give you any clues, but here I've given you choices A through E. Anyway, I've got a couple problems in this video, and I won't suggest pausing again, but feel free this one. Okay, I didn't spend very long before playing D, and my thinking on it was, great, it's just like the previous video where I said I couldn't Hane because he would cut, but now I could Hane because his cut doesn't really work. So on the right side, I'm making 5th line territory, and on the bottom, I look to be making 6th line territory. I was really ecstatic to get this Hane. And this was absolutely the wrong way to think. So let me go back and tell a little story. And it's not really a story, it sounds like a story. Anyway, the story is called The Puppydog and the Bulldozer, which sounds like some sort of weird industrial version of an Aesop fable, but it's not. And instead, this was a lecture given by Myung-Won Kim, 9-dan Korean professional living in California. And in this lecture, he talked about the most common errors that amateurs make, even up to 6-dan. They still make these two mistakes. And the bulldozer is, I'm going to stick to my plans and I'm not going to change course. I'm just going to go forward. I'm going to go ahead. And, you make your plan with one set of conditions, right? And if conditions change, you should play flexibly, right? And not necessarily stick with that plan, but it's very difficult for amateurs to do. And so that's not this mistake. This mistake is the puppy dog. And the concept of the puppy dog is when the stones are in contact, 90% of the time, amateurs are going to play touching that last move, right? So my opponent played here, and I was a puppy dog and played here. I touched that last move. And the question is, what's my gain, and is it necessary? And is there a bigger move on the board? All right. Let me go through the other moves. E would be just the same. I'm answering because he played there. I'm not answering because it's necessary. So this would also be a bad move. What do I gain from this? Well, let me show a little bit of the follow-up in that black played here, or white played there, and then I played here. So, all right, so these 4, 5 are points now. So yay, 5 points. That's what I gain. But let's say I play somewhere else. What's the worst that white can do? Can white capture these stones? No. Right? White can't Hane here and capture them. Even if this is Sente. That's like the worst that white can do. So what did I lose? Those 4 or 5 points that I just gained. Well, at this stage of the game, 4 or 5 points isn't that big. And therefore, my move, which I thought was really good because here I am on the 5th line now, is actually not that good because when it comes down to points, it's only like 4 or 5. So I hope that's clear. And that's the idea of the puppy dog. And, the first one who can tanuki from a fight without getting punished gains an advantage. And in this case, that should have been me. I had the opportunity now to play elsewhere. And I think the other moves are all one form or another valid or legitimate. And, right, if I play this, then it's continuing the fight. And that's a valid strategy because where's white going to run to? And if I can kill all these stones, then the game's over and I've won. The problem is, in so doing it, I'm probably going to force white into my territory a little bit. I'm not going to gain much. And if I don't kill it, I haven't really gained anything. I may have lost something. So, and that's the principle. If you can't read out the kill, probably don't pursue the kill, and I'm unlikely to be able to kill this group. So I think this is okay and aggressive, but probably not the best. Another strategy is to go ahead and thicken up this group, right? If I make this group thick, then that makes any attack I make on this white group all the more severe. So white may just run away. That would be my hope if I played there anyway. That would be great, because that would let me play up here. And the problem is, what if white says, kill me if you can. I'm going to play over here myself, right? And then I'm left with that same dilemma I had before of, can I kill this white group? And if I can't, then I've lost the opportunity to play in the upper left-hand corner. And as we look at the board right now, if I ask the problem another way of where's the biggest area on the board, it's definitely the upper left. The lower part is big as well, but it's hard for white to secure a large territory in a single move. So therefore, the best move is probably just to go ahead and take the corner and just win on points. Right? If you look at the board, and we talked about this in a previous video, white doesn't have points anywhere. Right? There's no, just a couple points up here, just a few points here. This is taking nothing, and this would take away white's last hope for big territory. So, boom. Okay, white, I'm just going to win on points. What are you going to do about it? And there's nowhere that white can really start a fight. Black doesn't have that much of a weakness. So this would have been a better way to play. Okay, but I was a puppy dog, and I played here. So white Hane, I played here. White played here, which strengthened me. Then white pushed here, and I connected. And then white came back and played here. And I understand this move. And I might have played it myself, but I don't think it's the best. And the reason is, the reason I might have played it myself, and the reason I suspect my opponent did, is it's an eye in sente, right? When white plays here, it's already an eye. This stone is now captured. And I have to answer, right? If I don't answer, then white can push through and cut and break me into two. So it's definitely sente. So why not play a move that makes an eye in sente? Well, this is a defense I want to make anyway. And if white just left it like this, and let's say that white came out over here, and so his group was no longer in danger, then later on, white might be able to look forward to a sequence more like this, with peeps making me eyeless and heavy. So you can see there's still real potential here for white to attack black. And his play here forced me to fix it. And I was happy to do so. And I spent some time thinking about it. And I considered this move and this move, this move. And when Jenny looked at it, she said, yeah, all those work. Don't think too much on it. I also considered and played. The consensus is this is also a good move because it prevents that cut. It thickens and it's really makes that ko that I said was in place against this group up here. It makes it really, really big. And yeah, remember when I first showed the ko, white was able to come out this way or white was able to come out this way. And now I've closed both of those ways off. So then white played here. And well, let's put an end to this video and let me just ask, all right, white's played here. Where would you play next? And I'll give you 4 options. Would you start a ko against this group right away? Would you go ahead and take the upper left corner? Would you attack the floating white group? Or would you take points along the bottom? I thought about it for a few minutes, but still managed to come up with the wrong answer. Well, at least the wrong answer for me anyway. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit like. If you're not a subscriber and want to be alerted to the next video, go ahead and subscribe. Oh, here's another idea. If you like the videos, tell your friends. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.